live. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate y'all coming and hanging out. Let's make sure we've got the right Discord chat showing. There we go. That helps if I'm actually in the Discord chat as well. All right. There we go. So we are live. No worries, Delta. Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, definitely feel free to watch this back later. I appreciate any watch time I can get. And this applies to anybody who watches this now, later, whenever. Any questions that you might have, feel free to DM me. No worries. Always glad to help. And yeah, if I can help with logic a little bit and your bass pop a little bit more, I'm down. So yeah, Little Girl Ballet is very, very sweet. Both of my girls were in it for several years, and then they got into Girl Scouts and decided to do that instead of ballet. So they are enjoying that quite a bit. All right, so yeah, today we're doing logic, all about logic. So I'm gonna start by kind of just going through each of the different logic pieces in the game, buttons, switches, those things, whatnots. Delta Arena, nice, I like that one. Nella. Welcome in, Nella. Welcome in, Nella. Welcome in, Shogun. Welcome in, Christy. Welcome in, Delta. Appreciate y'all coming and hanging out this morning. Alright, so yeah, we'll go through all the different logic pieces and then go through a couple basic things you can do with them, and then I will demonstrate how to build a couple different of the circuits that I use fairly regularly in my builds. This is by no means comprehensive, nor will it get super in-depth. If you're crazy enough to want that sort of stuff, please definitely go check out No Linder. Let's see here. It does have a button that doesn't do anything. Yes, Nella, it really does. You just gotta use a button and don't wire it up to anything. Smash Fuller can tell you all about that. I spent about 30 minutes on a live stream at one of his bases trying to get a door open, and after the live stream DM'd him, be like, you gotta show me how to get that open, and he's like, yeah, I didn't wire that door up to anything, just a bunch of switches and buttons on the outside to make it look fun, but the door's not actually wired. Yeah, it's that Smash Fuller, I tell you what. Alright. So, that's what we're going to be doing today, and the base I'm at, this demonstration base, is in the system that the Halloween event is in. So if you need a ride, you are welcome to join my game. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. No, that should have dropped No Linder's link. Hold on. Is the bot awake? Let's see here. Is the bot awake? And to be honest, I don't know if No Linder still does content, but his channel might be down, unfortunately. Just shows you how much attention I pay. I haven't been to his channel in a little while, but last time I went, there's a lot of really good high-level tutorials on logic in NMS. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. There we go. There's the link to NoLender. Alright. And anybody who needs it, there is my friend code. If you care to join me, get a ride to the system in Calypso. There we go. Yep, I just don't remember NoLender's link because I'm great like that. Okay. So, we have the 6 different switches in No Man's Sky. Wall switch, proxy switch, floor switch, button, power inverter, and auto switch. Zesty, what's going on? How you doing? Delta, I should be, yeah. Just hit me up. Alright, so those are the 6 logic pieces in NMS. Zesty, I am here to facilitate your procrastination in any way possible. Alright, so the first 4, wall switch, floor switch, which I've got up there, button, and proxy switch, all have 2 terminals, an input and an output. So, on these switches, the terminals are interchangeable, so it doesn't really matter where you run the power into or where the power comes out of. You can flip-flop them, whatever works for you. So, we're going to wire them up real quick. Put a little, and we're starting super basic here. So, alright. So, the wall switch. Power coming to it. Unpowered wire going out. You toggle the power flow. Power goes through. It keeps flowing until you shut it back off. Okay? That's important to remember. Okay. Then next we have the button. Button, who's got the button? Zesty, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Always glad to help. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Alright, so buttons. For this, once again, power coming in, power going out. You hit the button, and it'll send a pulse, and that's it. One pulse down the wire, then shut itself off. So this is a constant flow of power. This is a single pulse of power. Then we have the proxy switch. Proximity switch. Alright, so proximity switches will get turned on by build cam. So keep that in mind. And anytime you get within their zone of effect, they activate. And you can tell that they're activated by that little shiny on the top. So right now I'm a little far away. Get closer, and they activate, and they will stay active until you leave that zone. Just like that. So, works with your physical body as well. Alright, so now real quick to demonstrate something here. We've got sized proxy switches and floor switches, okay? First, let me wire up the floor switch real quick because I didn't demonstrate that one. There we go. Okay. And a light. Okay, so floor switch. Again, just input, output. Alright. So this is a normal sized floor switch here in the middle. Okay. Right there. It turns on. And then when you step off it, it turns off. Now, what you need to know about the floor switch is it functions more like a proximity switch than a pressure plate. So you could put it sideways up on a wall. When somebody gets close to it, it will fire. So it is, behavior-wise, more like a proximity switch than a pressure switch, but its zone of effect is smaller than proximity switches. Okay, now something else. Well, here, okay, so we're going to look at these proxy switches. So I've got the 3 different sized proxy switches, and you can see all 3 are lit up. And then as I walk away, all 3 shut off at about the same time. I'm not directly in line with them, but they all shut off at the same time. So sizing the proxy switches does not affect their zone of effect. Jules, good morning. How are you doing? Okay, now, but look, with the floor switches, their zone of effect is controlled by size. See that little tiny one over there? That's as small as you can make them in vanilla. It lights up a lot sooner than this one, okay? And this big one over here still isn't lit, okay? I gotta get on it and a little ways on it onto it before it will light up. So the zone of effect changes inversely with the size on the floor switches. So again, something to keep in mind. One way that I have utilized that is sometimes the proxy switch's zone is too big, and so it keeps getting inadvertently triggered if it's part of a circuit. I had this happen with the elevator I built for the Snowtel, but I switched the proxy switches out for floor switches, and the floor switches zone was small enough that it wasn't getting accidentally triggered. So all right, Nella, which the floor switches are the ones you use? Okay. Gotcha. Alright. So those are the switches. Now the 2 logic pieces. The power inverter and the auto switch. They work opposite ways. Alright, so we're going to run power to right there. Alright, so both of these have 3 terminals. They have an input, an output, and a control. Sorry, I got a fly buzzing around here. Okay, so input, output are the 2 sides opposite each other. Those are interchangeable. Okay, they can be used either way. The control, however, the middle one, that one is always the control. It can't be anything else. All right, so you're going to run power into the side, into one side. Doesn't really matter which. Again, all right, and then we have power coming out of the sides. Okay, so we'll do the power inverter first. Okay, so the power inverter will pass power. It will allow power to go through as long as the control is not active. Okay, so what we're going to do here is run the switch over to the control. All right, so not active. But if I come over here, I throw the switch. Now the control is active, so power is no longer being passed. Okay, and as long as there's power being supplied to the control, no power will go through. All right. Then we have the auto switch. All right, the auto switch. Oh, no. All right, now the auto switch works exactly opposite from the power inverter. Like I said, it passes power only when there is power applied to the control. Let's come shut this switch off. Alright, so you take power, run it to the control. It is off. No power is being passed through. Now you hit the switch. Turns it on. Power is being passed. So that's how those two work. Now let me demonstrate a fun yeah, fun in the worst way possible. Okay, this is one of the most frustrating things about logic in NMS. Okay, feedback. So I've got power running to that light there from the inverter, no problem. This auto switch over here isn't running power because there's no power applied to its control. All right, we're going to put another light here. All right, we're going to run that there. Power applied to the control, nothing happening. Now, if I then connect this pill light to that control, power, or not to the control, but just to that side, power will cascade through. Okay, so this is something you absolutely have to watch out for. I will, in some of the circuits I'm demonstrating, I'll show you how to put in a, I don't even know the name for it. I'm sure if there's somebody, I guarantee there is somebody much smarter than me that knows the name for it, but it's basically a little part of the circuit that prevents feedback from flowing through it. So yeah. Now, couple other tricks with auto switches specifically, okay? Auto switches are going to be the workhorse of anything you build. It's going to be mostly auto switches, okay? I usually will place my auto switches oriented that way because it helps me keep things arranged in my brain, all right? And I will have the bottom be power, be input, top be output, okay? That, and I'll have them, all of them. Mugen, what's happening? Which wall is drying fastest? The alloy walls. No, timber walls. They're drying fastest. Okay, so with auto switches, let's run some power to the bottom. So, if you wire the auto switch to a button instead of a switch, come over and hit the button. You know what? We're going to do a different button. All right. So there's the button. All right. Wire a button to the control of the auto switch. And then you hit the button. The auto switch lights, but then shuts off when the pulse of energy stops. Urban Tiger, what's happening? How you doing this morning? We are trying and failing. Failing very miserably there, Christy. But you know what? We're having fun with it. And that's really just it. This is very, very low-level logic tutorial. But it's enough to get some interesting things built. And hopefully somebody will find something useful from it. Okay? So there are definitely times where you don't want that light or whatever this is sending power to shut off after that pulse happens. But at the same time, you don't want to put it on a switch. There are several reasons for that. most importantly, it's not interruptible. Like, once that switch is flipped, the only way to stop it from sending power is to flip it back, to shut it off. With this, with a button, it just sends the one pulse. If you hold that pulse here at this auto switch, it is possible to stop that later in the circuit, and I'll show you how to do that. So for a lot of circuits, buttons are going to work much better than switches. If then, yeah, definitely lots of if then statements here today. All right, so if you want that to hold that charge, basically, what you have to do is you have to wire the control to the output. Okay, so when you hit the button, this is making feedback work for you. Even though that pulse is no longer existing, it's still holding that charge there. Now, something to watch. Again, so that's using feedback to help yourself. At the same time, really? Oh, fun. Son of a... Seriously, I'm at my construction limit on this save? Okay, so we gotta take a quick pause and go delete something. I don't know what. Okay, we gotta delete a wire here first. God damn it! Construction limit! You mother! Alright. Pull those. Come on! What a time to hit a construction limit. Yeah, I did come out with a Electrified by INRA, and there will be I've got part 2, 3, and 4 already planned there, Urban Tiger. Just finding time to work on them. Alright, so what do I have here that can be deleted? Yeah, we're gonna pull this. This was last year's Halloween, so we're gonna pull this. I know, I do hate deleting things. I do, but this save specifically, I've got several bases that were either partially done or demonstration, R&D, that sort of thing. Those I can delete. My recycle bin, I don't know that I've ever emptied it. Okay, so is this? Yeah, okay. That's what this was, yeah. Whee! New planetary record, most toxic atmosphere. What do you know? Oh, that's a big worm. Alright. So yeah. This was gonna be a nice little walkway through the extreme planet. Before Worlds, there were greater mushroom beetles here on this planet. I believe this is an Ice Hub or an Ice Vana planet. And so I believe I saw somebody post in their Discord that Worlds changed the fauna on the planet and greater mushroom beetles were no longer here. I'm not entirely sure about that, but well, you'll watch Kevin delete things. It's rough. Yeah. DG squared. What's going on? Kiwi Pirate. What's happening, dude? How y'all doing? All right, and anybody's welcome. Like I said, join me in chat. You're welcome to. I am gonna put the portal back though. And if you need a lift to the Halloween system, I'm going back there now. So you're welcome to join my game. DG, thank you. I saw you already got a BC down. Posted in the Logical Halloween channel. I appreciate it. If you could throw the planet name in there as well, so that way people can try and get the bases evenly distributed across the planets in the system. That's why I picked Spock. Submitted a really nice system that I really liked, but there were only 3 planets, and that's why I went with this one from John, Delta server, because this system has 6 planets. And I want people spread out across the planets as much as possible to help with render when I do the visit. That's one of several things I'm going to be trying to help make sure that the basis render logic is always very temperamental in No Man's Sky. And so I'm going to really try and do my best to optimize the chances that everything will work correctly. So, hey, no worries, DG. No worries. Thank you for popping in, man. Alright, so here we go. Now we can keep going. Alright, so something else to watch out for, because that's making the feedback work for you. Here's where you come into problems. So, if let's do one more light. Alright, so now if you were wanting to use this same switch to fire this light as well, when you make this one permanently active, it runs back and it basically feeds back into that switch and turns anything attached to the output, it energizes. So the pulse will then feed back through the whole system. All right, so that's why you gotta have the cutout limiter, whatever you want to call it, in front of this post specifically. You can make something that will not catapult your corpse, but fire your living exosuited body into atmosphere. Yeah, you could definitely do that, Mugen. Alright, so that is how auto switches and power inverters work. Now, one more little thing with a power inverter. So, where are we at here? Right, there we go. So now we've got power coming in. Light. Flowing out. There we go. So there's our inverter. Now, if you wire the control to the output, you get a blinking light. That's how to make a blinking light. Because every time something goes through the output, it cuts the output. So that gives you a blinking light on a 1 second delay. Yeah, definitely everybody check out Mugen on Twitch. Usually fun streams with Valheim. Alright, so that's how you do a blinking light. Delete that. Okay, now another issue that you will run into sometimes is if you are having people use their multi-tools. Multi-tools will, like shots from your multi-tools, will trigger switches. Okay? Just like that. Shot from a multi-tool triggers the switch. There you go. Okay. Here, shot from the multi-tool will flip that switch. But look, you're hitting it multiple times, And so if you just manage to just tap it, it'll flip back. It'll just go once. But if you hit it for just a split second too long, you're going to trigger it twice. Okay? And so that basically shuts the circuit off instead of turning it on like you were wanting to. So I'll show some examples later, but if you're building a circuit that you're wanting players to have to shoot a switch to send the pulse, but you don't want them to accidentally turn the switch off while they're doing it, what you can do is okay, because yeah, see here, hit it and it shuts itself off. A little tap. Keyword pirate, what's going? Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate it. Lick that like button, folks. Just like Kiwi Pirate says, lick it good. Alright, so that it worked just fine. That it shut off, we're working fine, but a little bit longer, and it stays shut off. So, what you do there is you wire okay. For this, the switch has to be the thing providing the power. Okay, yeah. So here, you want to hit that switch, turn it on, turn the light on. Okay, again, the switch, light turns off. Hit it for a little too long, light stays off. So what you do is, with this, you wire there to there. So now when you hit it, oh god damn it. That's not how it works at all. No. Okay. No, that'll still just give you a blink. Alright. Damn it. Give me a second. I thought I knew this. Shows you what I know. Not much. Diode, that's what they're called. The thing that keeps feedback from happening is called a diode. Ah, gotcha. Okay, so you definitely could. That would be a very misplaced spacebar. Okay, so when it's like this, a setup like that, so you're using the wall switch to power the circuit. All right, you get the little blink. Alright, so their power running through. So now you're wanting to use the button to cut the power to the circuit for a second and then have it reactivate. And the problem with that, okay, here we go. Problem with that can be when the button sends, usually maybe, damn it. It's usually happens mostly with if they're using a pulse spitter. So let's install one of those. something that's going to fire multiple rounds at once. Okay, so what you can do is now, if you wire this to that... Damn it. Nope, that's not it at all. Okay, that's what it is. Alright. I think. We'll see. Referring back to some DMs I had with No Linder many, many months ago. When I first released that, Electrified by Enra. Alright. Okay, so we are going to shut that off. And then... And okay, so no power's coming through. There we go. Like that. Now we throw the switch. Okay. Okay, that's not okay. Not okay. That probably not going to be the first time that happens. Well, no, it is the first time. It happens this stream. It's not going to be the last. Where something I wanted to do, I can't remember how to make it work right. So, Joe J, what's happening, man? How you doing? Yeah, blinking lights at Valheim would be very nice, Boojin. I would totally be on board with that. I did forget how to wire, Joe. Yep. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, that one... I don't know. That's a funky one. So, I'm going to have to look at that a little bit further. No homework today, class. Alright, yeah, definitely. Dread, what's happening? How you doing? Oh, yeah, definitely. Lots of chaos. Thanks for stopping by, Joe. Always good to see you, my friend. You've forgotten how to glitch. Oh, no, Dread. It comes back just like riding a bike. All right, so one other thing to watch out for when you're deleting switches, all the wires will cascade with them. So just kind of keep that in mind. Alright, so now that I completely screwed up that demonstration, let's move on to another demonstration and see how badly I can mess that one up. So over here is one of the earliest circuits I learned how to make. Right. So let's run power over to here. Okay. And let's put in lights. Okay. So this is a circuit that will light each pill light in sequence. Okay, so you run that to power. Then this side will come into the input of each of these lights, of each of the auto switches. Okay, so there is always power waiting at the auto switch to be passed through. Okay, then you're going to wire the output of each auto switch to the control of the next auto switch. Okay, and then you're also going to wire the output to whatever it's outputting to. In this case, the lights. Okay, and then when you apply power to this first control, that's when the circuit will start firing. Oops. Nope. Sorry. There we go. So power to that first control. One thing I forgot to do. Okay. Well, it's shutting down an order now. Okay. The final output, you run to the control of the inverter that momentarily interrupts the power that is being supplied to all the auto switches, which will shut off and reset the entire circuit, and then including itself. And so when it shuts itself off, then it's no longer blocking the power. Then the power gets supplied back to the auto switches, and if you've still got power coming into this control, the circuit will go again. And there we go, lights one by one. And it just keeps cycling. Alright, you can extend this as far as you want. Make as many lights. And do Schizoid, welcome in. This is going to be a frustrating stream for you, my friend. You are not... You are going to be saying, why are you doing that way? It's so stupid. So many times in this stream, my friend. So for those of you who don't know, Andu Schizoid is another phenomenal logic builder. In NMS, he has built a working computer. And yeah, he knows his logic much better than I do. So, yep, you can make a loop. Yep, loop it back to the start. Nope, Andu Schizoid is not AS. Sorry. It's Andu. There you go, yeah. So, yep. And it just keeps cycling. Now, should you only want it to cycle once... Alright, even if power gets removed, it will finish. Okay? So, if you put a button, run it there, nope, not there. There. Nope, not there. To there. Okay? Now, you come hit the button. Your computer base is almost done. Excellent, Andu. Excellent. Alright. So, and now notice it does not keep the previous ones lit because it is a single pulse going through the system. Okay? You're not getting the continuous power like you would if you just ran the wire there or if it was a switch. go. Other side up to there. Okay, and see if it's a switch, you got the power running in, and it'll still cut itself. Wires not used to place stacks. That is another fun use for wires. Not gonna lie there, Joe. Okay. So, if you were wanting to use a button, but have each of the previous ones stay lit, what you do is you wire the output to the control of each of the auto switches. Then, when your pulse goes through, they will hold their charges. And usually, oh, okay, something's not right there. Yeah, they all light at once. Why? Damn it. Because they are all triggering themselves. Yeah. That's, alright. If I can get in there, can I get at that little tiny wire? I don't know. There we go. There we go. There we go. So they're triggering themselves. Sorry, themselves. On the same pulse, yep. Oh, still catches new players out. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we could definitely show that real quick there, Joe, because that is a good use for the proxy switches. Where are they at? Here we go. Yep. Power doors. All right. So this is a specific design choice on HG's part. Nope. These doors. All right. Default unpowered is open. HG did that specifically because so that people can't get trapped in their bases if the power doesn't render in. So what you can do, but if you want to have like automatic doors for your bases, you could set this up with a proxy switch and an inverter. Okay, so you get the inverter and the proxy switch. Alright, we're going to turn the inverter here real quick so it's a bit more obvious what's happening. Okay, so then we supply power to the inverter. The output goes to the door and the door shut. Okay, then power to the proxy switch. Put that to the control of the inverter so that when someone approaches the door, it opens. And when they get away from the door and fall off the edge, it shuts. So that's a way for any circuit, for you to have any circuit that activates when the player gets close, but is not active any other time. That's how you set it up, a proxy switch on an inverter. Okay, that's it. Okay. So I almost had it. So if you're wanting them all to stay lit, have the pulse power go in there from the button. No. Again, no. Alright, so let's break this down. If we pull that, and it stays lit, even though the power, the button's done. And then when we snap that there, it cascades through. Oh, no. I don't know why the pulse just dissipated. Interesting, but okay. But now, yeah, the pulse cascades through the whole system. Yeah, I think you get a wire. That's probably not right. Yeah. Star Wizard, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah, floor switch will also work. Yep. Dread, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Hopefully you have a good day. Okay, I'm trying to remember how I did this, because I have made these before, for sure. I think I'm missing a piece. Yeah, that's what the problem is. I'm missing diodes, yep. Doing good, alright. Oh yeah, everybody, Adventures with Dread and Friends. We'll be playing some golf with friends today. Definitely worth checking out, always a fun time. Yes, Beeblebum. That's where I learned a lot of this, was Beeblebum. Some of the more advanced stuff that I've obviously forgotten how to do, I learned from Nolinder. So yeah, there is another piece to this, is you got to have diodes to prevent the feedback. All right, so let's talk about a diode real quick, if I can remember how to do this correctly. So a diode is what you use to prevent feedback, so that the energy that's feeding back through the circuit hits a dead end, basically. Needs a diode between each stage. Yeah, okay. I'm going to give myself another little more room here. There we go. There we go. So with these diodes, the bottom input from each of these comes from your switch. Make sure I get this right. I'm probably not the first time. Yeah, half your build counts already go, yeah. Watch my own video here. Okay. All right. Auto switch triggering itself. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, thanks, Andu. I mean, everybody in chat, anybody in chat, more than welcome to join, or anybody in chat is more than welcome to join Discord chat. I am at the Halloween system as well, so if you'd like to come in and like a ride to the system, you're welcome to join my game. Let me see here. PC friend code. There we go. Watch your own tutorials, yeah. Alright, so the auto switch triggering itself. Okay, so now if we hit that, oh yeah, okay. That right there as well. No, I'm getting feedback through the loop though, so if I wire it to anything, so I think this wire here needs to go there. All right. Ah, damn it. Oh yeah, so many. Yeah, oh, you're absolutely welcome to join anytime, Christy. Yeah, the system is definitely. There's a lot of really interesting planets in this system for sure. And yeah, then they all light still. Oh, okay. Why that? Interesting. Yeah, that is something you do have to pay close attention to with these is snap points. So, all right. Let's try and work this out here. So, you guys get to see how the sausage gets made, which is very, very slowly and excruciatingly. So, these diodes basically, with the button supplying the power to them, when the feedback comes through, there's not any power for them to pass along. There we go. Okay. Like that. Wait, something real quick. Oh, that's right. Okay, because there is no power at control. Yeah, okay. So this one up to no, because then still no powers get through there, Joe. So let's see here. If this instead goes there to there, and then this comes up to that one. No, it doesn't stay active. Okay, so then what if welcome in, Andu. Took me one just to learn how to make an X-Orcade, yep. Connect that to the top of the one to the right of it. Let's see here, that to that. Bring that back to there. Oh, still no power is gonna flow through. Shit. Alright. So have the power always there. And then send that up to there. And that on to the next one. Let's see, and then if that is in fact what needs to happen, nope, they all light. Use a switch instead of a button. Yeah, you could. Hey, you know, Andu, I would greatly appreciate you doing that, Matt. Oh, I even came last night and set this all up and was like, yeah, it'll go fine on stream. I should have went and... Okay, I see what you're saying there, Joe. Like that. The switch won't work, Star Wizard, because it's going to apply a constant flow of power, and with a button, it then becomes interruptible. All right. Where's Andu at? He's right over there. Okay. We'll give him a few minutes and continue to stand around here and be stupid. Okay. So let's go super simple here real quick. Just get real dumb. I know it's going to be tough, but we're going to try. Okay, so a self-activating auto switch could be like that. Go. That's just a blink. Stay active, though. Hold on. As well. No. Okay. now if we pull that, we get just a blink and done. Yeah, okay. Now if we run that there, it stays on. Which is what we have up here with this top row is all wired like that. No. Okay. So the top row is all wired just like that one. But the problem is feedback through that. Because then anything attached to this is also always active. Hold on. So let's pull there. And now let's wire the bottom up here so these always have power. Vortex, what's going? How you doing? What's going on? How are you doing today, Vortex? All right. That's the top, and the problem is stuff flowing back through. Hey, what's going on? How you doing, Christy?
I'll come in here and offer moral support.
I appreciate the moral support as the hamster in my brain is about to have a heart attack. All right, so because trying to logic through this is not working very well. All right.
Joe said I came to laugh.
That's perfectly acceptable too. Yeah, have some fun with it. Okay. This is all right. Came to laugh. It's fine. Everybody is having a good time. That's what matters, I guess. Okay.
I think I could count on one hand the number of times I've tried to do something like this. And then Maxie came and fixed it all.
Yep. Sounds about how it used to be with me, and looks like it still is, because Andu's popping in and having to help me out here. Let's see here. I know I've got a tutorial. Nope. Nope. None of that. No else. Ah. This is making me crazy. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what no lender would say there. Joy Roth. Exactly what he would say. If only I could remember how to make a diode, everything would be just peachy. But I don't. The clip you sent me, Joe, is me setting up one that'll just cycle through, not one that will hold the charge as you go through, though. I don't think. Alright. So... let's see. Yeah, man, this might be the one. So if I get a little bigger. Okay. Oh, you know what? I think...
And who says you can come and see if that's what you're trying to do? Guess
all right, let's see. Shout out to Endu Schizoid, everybody. Appreciate you, my friend. All right, let's see. Yep, now I'm not gonna be able to take off from there. Thanks a lot for putting my ship there. Game. All right, here we go. Adam Mac, what's happening? How you doing? Thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah. Mountain's very, very excited. It's his second kid, first son, and very cute little baby.
It's adorable.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for coming and bailing me out, Andu. I appreciate you, my friend. Yep, born yesterday. 7 pounds, some odd ounces. There you go, yeah. Okay, so... I think this is what I was trying to do over here, but yeah. Yeah, so yeah, there's the one that cycles through. Yep. Alright, so now this one. Alright. Oh, that's the on-off switch. Okay, yeah, there you go. So there's two buttons. One button turns it on and keeps it on. The other button cuts the power. Okay, yep. And then here, what do we got? That lights them both. And then that shuts them both off. Okay, so this is gonna be an OR gate, I think. XOR gate, maybe? So this one, when one is active, yeah, when one's turned on, hold on a minute. Okay, if they're both on, yeah, if they're both on. Okay. I think this might be a bit of NMS being NMS. But, okay. It only passes the power one way through the auto switch. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so here's the diode that I was trying to make. So there, the power goes through. But here, the power will not go through the auto switch because there is no power at the input or at the control. So that's the diode that I'm needing. It's only passing power one way so that when it comes back, so that when it feeds back through, okay. So then over here, Andu's got a working version. Alright, so the switch provides power to the whole system. Okay, here we go. So you hit the button, that starts it ticking. And then it shuts itself down. You throw in that switch, and then you hit the button. Yeah, power in NMS is always a little funky. And that, I thought, kept it from shutting down, but not quite. It extends how long it goes. Maybe. Yeah, multiplayer's messing up the signals. I'll tell you what, Andu, let's drop group. This is actually going to be good. This will help because these are things I'm going to need to know when I'm touring the bases. So if you're still here, but we're not in group, let's see if this works. Yeah, see if this works. And it's stays lit, and then yeah, that's multiplayer. And then you flip the switch, shut the system down. And then you come and hit the button, system will light again, and then shut itself down. But if you want it to stop shutting itself down, you can just flip the switch back. And then it will cycle through. Okay, and then over here, the diode that we were talking about. Okay. We press that. It only sends power that Okay, there it goes through both sides, but here it only comes through that one side and stops. Because there's no power running to that diode. Okay.
Yeah, that's looking much better now.
Yeah, definitely working right. And that's got to be it's multiplayer. So yeah, when I'm doing the base tours, I'm gonna do them without anybody with me in multiplayer. But if you're able to join back in, just not in group with me, I'd like to see if it still works.
I think that might be a good idea. Oftentimes, I've had to leave the base and then come back outside the group, and then that would work.
And then stuff still continues to work. Okay. Yeah, because I think that's probably what I'm gonna have to do when I'm touring the bases is have the builder there, but not in group with me, so that the render works, and but multiplayer doesn't screw with signals being passed. So okay.
Yeah, those are just so that first one there is a latch. That
Yeah.
will create a charged loop until you give it a signal to shut off the loop, and that's a good way to control your doors and lights and stuff. That simple little latch.
That simple little latch, yeah. So you have a button to turn them on, button to turn them off. Yeah. Okay, that is nice. And then then we just got the running circuit, and then we've got the actual memory.
Yeah, that one's a little overcomplicated in what it could be, but it's laid out real simple. So it's a latch that triggers another latch that keeps the lights on. But if you let the signal pass through from one latch to the other latch, you'll shut it off.
Gotcha. Yep. Okay, yeah. So that is a nice. That's that's a pretty clean setup still, actually, though. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they call it, an SR latch. I learned in computer terms.
Okay. All right. That's a new one for me. Yeah, learn something new every day. All right. So when you hit that button, it sends the power up to that switch, which is got power there ready to pass through. So it then powers the inverter, and the inverter keeps that first auto switch powered, so the pulse keeps moving through all the different latches.
Yep, that's called a charged loop.
Charged loop, yeah.
In the 1930s.
Okay. And so, and it's only the first auto switch in the loop activates itself. All the others aren't wired to themselves. Okay, gotcha.
Every other one triggers the one behind it.
Triggers the one behind it. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, there we go.
And that first latch supplies the power for the light.
For the lights, yeah.
As long as that first latch is on, then that gives power to the rest of the timer to work.
And it'll keep cycling, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, no, it'll stay on. It'll stay on, right? And then if the switch is thrown, then it keeps cycling if the switch is on, because then that switch. Oh no, it doesn't keep cycling. It just goes through once.
Yep, because it triggers the inverter.
And
the inverter clears the latch.
And the inverter clears it all out.
Yep. The inverter is how you shut the latch off.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So it just stays lit until you hit that switch. Like that. Okay. And so here we go. You mind if I mess with your wires real quick? Do you have build perms open?
Probably not.
Okay, yeah. Well, I could go back to my base if you don't want to load back in if you're in the middle of something. Because if you took the wire and instead of running it to the switch, you just ran it straight to that inverter, it would automatically shut itself off after a cycle. It'd cycle once and then shut itself down automatically without any outside input.
Yeah. Okay, you should have build permissions now.
Do I have delete permissions?
Yeah, so, and if you wanted to, you could just put like a pulse or just trigger the inverter at any time that it's triggered on, and that will kill the entire charge loop cell there.
Yeah.
Without the inverter, the auto switch would kick on and stay on, and there would be no way to shut it off without deleting a wire. So the inverter gives it to shut it off.
Gives it the on-off ability, yeah. And so that's when you're using inverters and auto switches, that's really the auto switches are to build the circuit itself, and the inverters control the power to and from the circuit and help reset it.
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to look at
it. If you know about mechanics, like an actual relay switch, the auto switch is just a really slow relay switch.
Mm-hmm.
And the inverter is just the opposite of how it, or what they would call it normally closed, I think is what they call it.
Yeah. And when I first started using these things, the power inverter always messed with me. I did the name. I always think of it more as a power interrupter, but that kind of helped me understand a bit more how it was working. Okay, so let me pop back over to my base and see if I can replicate this.
Okay, I'll keep that.
Snap a picture.
Yeah, that's a good point, Christy. I probably should. Without my big fat head in the way. There we go. Yeah, okay. Let me come back and look at this diode again real quick. Make sure I've got it in my head right. Yep, okay. I think I see what I was doing wrong with that circuit I was trying to build. There you go, Adam. That sounds like a good morning, my friend. Sounds like a good morning. Hop back over to the demonstration base here, and man, I was really, really overconfident when I named this demonstration base.
What'd you name it?
Demonstration base.
Oh.
It's a demonstration on how not to do things. So.
Well, people like me, we're going to have to know how to get ourselves out of predicaments. So this is good, right?
There we go. That's how we'll look at it. Yeah. All right. So what we're doing here with these top ones is the top one's got to be the diodes, because that's where the feedback's. It's coming from that light. Pull that. Okay. So
I'm Marty.
So those got to connect like that. Nope, not like that. And so yeah, when you're setting these up, I definitely suggest making things very set them up on a grid. Try and keep things as organized as possible so you can recognize what snap points belong to what piece, and don't cram them in too close, because then you'll get snap points mixed up and things will not work the way you want to. Marty Plays, what's happening? How you doing, man? Welcome in.
Same with the pill lights. If they're too close together, they'll power each other.
They'll power each other, yeah. So you gotta be careful with that.
Back in the old days, you could power a whole base with just a pill light.
Mm-hmm, yep. In the day. All right. And thank you for the good idea on the picture there, Christy, because I'm going to use it already.
You're welcome. I always wish I had them.
Okay. Alright. So that's...
You've showed me stuff, and then I'll be like, okay, I think I've got it. I get back to my base, and I'm like, I've already forgotten it.
Oh, wait.
And I'm like embarrassed, like, shoot, I'm not going back. Poor Inra.
Okay, that is staying lit. Yes, okay, so then we take 2 pill light, and it does not cascade back through the system. But there it does. Yep, that'll do it. That'll cascade it to the system. So that is not correct. So now there we go. That's how you do it. So it keeps the light lit until the sequence finishes. Then I think, let's see if this works right. Okay, no, that just keeps it lit. It doesn't cycle. Is it not cycling the system? I might need one more inverter.
Mm-hmm. Joji said middle left to the top was missing, right?
No, middle left to top, or top left to middle right is what was missing there, Joe.
Bye, Wizzy.
Take it easy, Star Wizard. Take it easy, Star Wizard. Yeah. Okay, and you might be right there, Joe. The one in the video you sent me, I didn't look all the way through that video, so you might be right there. But what we're needing here is that back, that to there. That. Staying lit there, though. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, yeah, because I got it wired to the switch. Nope, still staying lit. Oh, yeah, because now it's going to stay lit until the wires are all deleted. Oh, no, just the one. Okay, there we go. Like that. Oh. Oop. Put that wire in the wrong place. Oop, I don't. The wire is in the right place. Okay, yeah, there. Cycles, okay. So now how to trigger another pulse through after the cycle?
An inverter shutting itself off will generate a 1 second pulse.
But it's a 4-second cycle.
Okay, then you need to put 4 auto switches between the inverter shutting itself off.
Oh, yeah, okay. I see. I wonder. I've got half an idea here I want to mess around with for a second. That's most of my ideas, half. So, need. That's an auto switch that activates itself. Yep. Alright. that also goes to there. Delete that. This instead from there to there. Output here goes to that. But we don't get that new pulse. No. We need one more auto switch. Yeah. Okay, one more auto switch right there. Gotta. There. To that, to that, to that. No, stays active. Stays active because yeah. It trips itself. But then you would need another pulse that's active. It activates when the inverter shuts off. Should be this thing. To there. I think. Let's see. Ah, I doed it. I doed it.
Awesome.
So that now the light will cycle if you're wanting to do something along those lines. And keep running like that. So there is that. Now, another thing here. It's probably not going to work the way I want it. So we're actually going to come back over to this one and keep working with this. Alright, so snap another wall there. Alright, and build another set. That or that, yeah, okay. Alright, and we are going to replicate that exact same setup that I've got right there. So we got, spin it the other way, alright. 4 auto switches. Got our bottom one, and then I think we're gonna need an inverter. Okay, so now each of these is wired bottom to the middle, and then we got top to the next middle. Let's put 4 lights on. Those connect to each other. That one connects there. And so now that is going to have to connect to there. Don't know that that's needed. Okay. I'll cut the power to the whole system, and then let's put another inverter down here. Real quick. Make sure I got this working right. Light. There we go. So that's blinking. And then I do need another inverter here. This inverter. It's from supply. Let's pull that wire. That wire, okay. Okay, now we run that to there, and that should cycle it through once, right? Yeah. And then with this in there, that'll make it continue to cycle. Yeah. Okay. Although I'm not quite sure why it's continuing to cycle without any additional input. This is continually on. There we go. Gonna cycle again. Alright, so we're not gonna put that right now. Instead, we're gonna try just a single cycle. Now if instead that from here, that from there, that is set up to blink as well, yeah. Side there. Oh no, here we go. This gotta be from that. There we go. I don't know. No, that's not working. So this is a way. What I'm trying to do here is something I saw Beeblebum do first. This whole thing moves on a 1 second timer. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you set it, you could set it up with this first inverter like the blink. So the blink on and off like that. When it's on, it sends a pulse to one part of the array. When it's off, it sends a pulse to the other part of the array. That gets you a half second time in between each lighting up. And so I gotta remember exactly how Beebs did it. Or I'm probably not. I'm probably just gonna stumble through it until I kind of maybe figure it out.
That's what I do.
Yep. Because with that,
never again to be repeated.
also staying activated. It's not actually blinking. Okay, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Why is that only active when there's power running to the... Took this side to here. It needs to go to power as well. But if we took that side to there, that lights the whole thing. Keeps it lit. We're not cycling. Cycling. Or on the other side. Because here.
No, no, no.
You all right there, Christy?
I'm sorry, I forgot I wasn't muted. My football game started. I thought we were about to get put on.
Okay, no, that's staying lit. Even though it's ostensibly shutting on and off. So, well, that too, okay. So there, no. There, yep. Okay.
Andu says that logic is one of the most relaxing things he's found in No Man's Sky.
Oh, that's everybody's got different ideas of relaxation, I guess, Andu. Okay, so now if we hit switch.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Oh, yeah, because this isn't connected to anything. Oh, I get that. I just tried that and that did not work. Okay. Nope. Okay. Okay, let me... We're back to my own tutorial.
We just got scored on and I didn't yell in your ear.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
You're welcome. Dangerous. Rev's gotten me involved in football. So Brighton's playing. Sergeant.
What's going on there, Belson? How you doing, man? Appreciate you dropping in. Okay, so then, alright. There. As well as... Okay, so then that's gonna come here. Yeah, and it's still cutting itself. Yeah, okay.
Hey, JJ.
Yep. Okay. Oh, and then no, not there. Damn it. Not there. There. Oh, but it's still feeding back through. No, because then it holds. They just both work simultaneously, so that's not what I want. that right there. Ah, just that light's blinking now. Yeah, because it doesn't go, because the signal's not propagating. Because it keeps cutting itself, yeah. Okay. So in order for the signal to propagate, we're gonna need that's gonna always have to have power. That's getting feedback through the diode. They didn't. Oh. Fighting words. The Enra Switches show, yep. Okay, alright. Okay.
No, Rez with family right now. He's at a barbecue, I think. Sergeant. Drinking as he's watching this game.
Okay, so... I don't know if I can...
Okay, I need to watch this logic so it will take my mind off of it. Crispy bacon.
Okay, maybe that gets pulled? What's going on, Crispy Bacon? How you doing? Alright, and then... We'll go to there. Just like that first one. About there. Now that's, yeah, it's not gonna be helpful. And then it just cascades through the system at that. Well, would it? Actually, hold on. That. That. Yeah, they all light at once. So it just turns all 4 into blinking lights, basically. So that's not helpful. Alright, well, might have to come back to that. I can't get that to work. Dashboard devil. Oh, no, just a quote. Never mind. Oh, no, you're here, Dash. All right.
He is here.
He is here. There we go. Okay. So next we're going to move and work on... this next one is a... if I can get it to work... something I set up at so I've done 2 puzzle bases. One Silver's Puzzling Maze, the other one is Path of Damnation. This was on Path of Damnation. Both of them were puzzle bases. So Path of Damnation, one of the puzzles in it was you had to shoot a button a certain number of times in order to open a door. Okay, so for anything that requires a specific number of activations, you can use this circuit for. It's basically a memory circuit tied into that same blinking circuit I was just showing you.
I didn't know that was even a thing.
What?
Where you could hit it so many times before something happened?
Yep, you can set it up like that. So, I think it is possible. Let's see if I can remember how to do it. Okay, so for the memory circuit,
there is one, JJ.
There isn't an ETA for Worlds 2. Sorry, Joe. Yeah, I saw that, but didn't register. Okay, and then murder.
Oh!
It's gonna come from power. Okay. There. Lights. So instead of naturally propagating along the circuit, this one's designed so the lights only go whenever the buttons hit, but it's sequential. So, and then the final light, if you tie the final light to a door, that will be basically once you shoot the button 6 times, the door opens. So let's head over there. It would be nice seeing one more update dedicated to building. It would, Joe. Not gonna lie. But that is the builder and me being greedy. Okay. So yeah, that just propagates through the system. Alright. You hit the button once, the lights light in sequence. Which is not quite what we're wanting. So... yeah, it just goes through 1, 2, 3, 6. But we're not wanting, we're wanting the other lights to go. The previous light to stay lit, but them to only go when the button is hit. So we don't want them propagating from one to the next. So yeah, basically, it's the button, the light goes, but it does not stay on. So we gotta do like that, and now the light will stay on. Now comes the bottom portion. So this bottom portion is going to be the memory, if you will. It's going to remember basically how many times the button's been pushed. So that all these need to be tied into each other. Or no, that's not right. These need to be tied to all the middle posts along the bottom need to be tied to each other. And ran to power, so the middle posts are always active. Either how did I set that up? So that every time I push the button, the next one of those goes, but not in sequence. Okay. So...
What?
When this one lights, it needs to power the next one. Oh, wait. Nope. Yeah. Yep, Dash Gumby. There you go. Yeah, I don't know that this stream's gonna be helpful to anybody, but I've had fun with it. It's been helpful to me.
I'll have to play along with it.
And let's see. I didn't remember. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Joe. Yeah.
Miss Joe. Just say.
You've definitely been missed, my friend. Definitely been. Take it easy, Shogun. Well,
Yeah,
thank you
Shogun.
for stopping by, hanging out. Hope you have a good night. Okay, so. Okay, so that's not working because if I hit that, just go and power to pass through. So fire that there too. They all light at once. Yep. Okay. But if I were to Alright, so oh, there we go. Yeah, my controller keeps disconnecting.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Alright, okay, well, I think, unfortunately, I'm out of time here this morning. So, we're gonna have to call it here, but I think Joe had a great idea. I will be streaming once more, at least from this demo base, showing what I did wrong this time, and how to really do these correctly, as well as how to link circuits together so that you can create puzzle bases. So. I will be live again tomorrow with Valheim, with Kale, J Slacks. I don't know if Mountain will be there because he's got stuff going on. So I will talk to everybody tomorrow, and hopefully y'all have a wonderful day. I will be dropping a poster and making announcements about the Halloween event in other servers later today. And yeah, we'll see if we can get some people here building some fun stuff. So, all right, everybody, have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to everybody tomorrow. Take it easy.
Have
a good morning.
The winds blew harder, bow dipped down below me, bully boys blow. Soon may the weathermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She'd not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the weathermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side harpooned and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the weathermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed. The captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the weathermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. For 40 days or even